We have just witnessed another victory by Deen the Great, this time over Reef. Although no one was surprised by his win, fans eagerly anticipate his fight with Adam Saleh. In this video, we'll delve into Deen's technique and try to determine who would win in a fight between him and Saleh. Deen the Great. Deen the Great is perhaps the lightest on his feet among influencer boxers. He uses his footwork to effortlessly dodge attacks, expertly controlling the distance and making his opponents miss. His footwork is of an elite level. When Deen applies his jab and utilizes his pressure, he becomes unstoppable. Deen the Great displays excellent technique in the ring. He throws a quick jab and swiftly exits the distance, only to return with a powerful counterattack. In his bout against Evil Hero, he showcased his head movement and targeted the body with precision. He took his time, sizing up his opponent before sending him to the canvas with a simple jab.
Your opponent react to it and then throw the ball, and he's held up with a bomb.
He followed it up with a dodge and a straight right.
And there it goes again.
And then again.
And then throw the ball, and he's out.
Although his first opponent wasn't particularly strong, Deen proved himself to be one of the most skilled influencer boxers. However, things did not go so smoothly in his next fight with Waleed. This fight revealed that all of Deen's problems arise when he starts pressing and going in an exchange. Physically, the counter-attacking style suits Deen, as evidenced by his footwork, dodges, and counterattacks. Everything seems logical, but sometimes he inexplicably starts pressing the opponent, attempting to knock him out, which can lead to bad consequences. As he jumps on his opponent with a jab and tries to beat him with all of his might using hooks, he looks like he turned into Deontay Wilder, but without Wilder's power. This is why a knockout didn't happen in such exchanges. But in fact, in one of the exchanges, Waleed almost knocked out Deen himself.
Both these guys. That is a knockdown. That is a right.
Although Waleed is not a technically skilled fighter, he has a powerful combination of a straight and a hook, which he uses to target his opponent's head. So he does not even aim for the body. Deen made several mistakes during this fight, such as engaging in exchanges where he shouldn't have been. He failed to fight at his measured pace and use counterattacks. Perhaps he wanted to put on a show, but it was not advisable for him to fight in such a manner. Nevertheless, this fight showcased Deen's character. He realized that it was time to reevaluate his strategy and identified that Waleed consistently spammed the same hook. Deen caught him on this and delivered a knockout punch.
Big right hand from Deen the Great, and that changes everything.
In a recent fight with Reef, Deen performed well, but was hampered by an injury preventing him from showcasing his full potential. People are excited to see Deen's fight against Adam Saleh, who has fought against many of the same opponents as Deen. Although Saleh may not be as good as some believe, he has a unique strength: his use of the clinch to bind his attacks. I even talked to people in the comments under my video about Jake Paul, and I was surprised that many people think that the clinch is unimportant in boxing. But here's a look at how Saleh uses it. He hits his opponent and then quickly enters and exits the clinch to attack again. He aggressively attacks and uses the clinch to block his opponent's actions. This is an aspect of Adam's fighting that is rarely seen. His defense is brilliant, and he has a good sense of distance and dodging skills. However, in terms of effectiveness, Adam Saleh has not shown much in his fights. Most of the time, he just waits. He backs up. Sometimes for some reason he stays still in the block and eats punches and laughs. It all looks just strange considering the inaction before. It's one thing when Floyd Mayweather jokes in the ring.
This is one of the things that Floyd does best, by the way, is psychological warfare.
I do that.
But it's a completely different thing when an amateur-level fighter does it, winning every other time. All Saleh does is defend himself, dodge. Sometimes it looks really beautiful, like in the moment with McBroom. He deserves credit for that, but that's all he does. Good defense is very cool, but they win with blows and inflicted damage. It's easy to have good defense when you just back up and don't act for most of the round. In fact, even in the fight with Walid, Adam just worked as a punching bag. To become a really good boxer, Saleh has to act a lot more, learn counterattacks, be lighter on his feet. But the question is, will he be able to defend as well if he attacks like that? Deen the Great is also not perfect, as I said. He needs to completely abandon the pressing style, strong attacks, and unnecessary movements. He should focus on timing and counterattacking opponents, as this is the best he can do, and then he will reach a new level. But if you imagine their fight, then Adam will definitely not be able to win. I don't think Deen the Great will knock him out. It's almost 100% certain that it'll be a victory by decision, since Saleh's defense is good and Deen is unlikely to be able to break through it.